So, resources time. I'm going to give you a few resources that you can use to calculate very quickly and efficiently your exact position sizing instead of taking a calculator and calculating it yourself every single time. Now, these two resources are going to be one, this Excel sheet that I've made for this course. And you can download this Excel sheet by clicking just under the lecture in the resources section. And you can just download it. It's an Excel file. And you can use this to calculate your position size. After I show you how to use this Excel sheet, I'm also going to show you a website that you can use, which is this one, where you can calculate your exact position size, very quickly and efficiently. I'm actually going to recommend this website for position sizing over my Excel sheet because, I'll answer the reason for that why as we go through the Excel sheet. But you have both of them. So watch how I use the Excel sheet and then watch how I use the website. And then you can use whichever one you want. So the way this Excel sheet works, and we're going to go over the Excel sheet later on because it has more purpose than just position sizing. You're also going to use this to keep track of your performance, but there is a section for it for position sizing. So this is how this Excel sheet works. You have this section here, which is basically for position sizing. And in this section, you have a few things that you can fill out and a few things that you can't fill out. Whatever is in light blue is what you can fill out. All the rest do not touch. There's formulas in there, so it automatically calculates the rest. Okay, so you don't want to touch anything that's white because there's formulas in there, and it has calculations in there. So if you play around with it, you might break it. That being said, the ones you can play with is the ones in blue, and these ones you have to fill. So account balance. We said that our account balance was $1,000. So you put 1,000. Max loss per trade. We want 2%. So we leave it at 2%. So you see here, it tells you that your max loss per trade is $20. If I want to go 1%, then it would be $10, but I'm leaving it at 2%. Your margin access. The margin access is how much your broker gives you to trade with. With Wanda, the margin is 50, so I'm leaving it at 50. If you have 200 to 1, then you can put it here and it'll tell you how much capital you have access to. I'm leaving it at 50, so I have 50K capital. The currency pair you're trading, we are going to be trading this one, which is USD CAD. So I'll just put USD CAD. This doesn't actually do anything, so you don't really need to put it, but it's just for you. Now you have to put entry price and exit price. And you have to go if you're long or short. So if you're long or short, I'm going long, so I'll leave it as long. My entry price. What is my entry price is 1.34006. So I'll put this here, 1.34006. And my exit price is 1.33570. So 1.33570. Enter, and you see here, it's going to calculate a few things. It's going to calculate the loss in pips, how many pips I'm willing to lose. And it says here, I'm willing to lose 43 pips. And you can see that the difference between this and this is about 43 pips. Now, it'll calculate how many lots I should buy, right? And in this case, it tells me you should buy 0.6147. And remember our calculation here, 6147. So it's correct, right? So instead of you doing all of this calculations, this Excel sheet is going to calculate it for you. And you see I have the formula here. If I'm long and if this is more than this, then do this calculation. If I'm short, then do this calculation. I set it all up here. Okay. Now, I can't buy 0.06147 because with my broker, I can either buy lots, mini lots. So I can't just trade this. With my broker, the minimum amount I can buy is 0.01 lot. So that's the minimum. So I can go in increments of 0.01. So I'm going to round it down and I'm going to use 0.06 lots. Okay. So that's the optimal amount of lots that's been calculated. And this is the amount of lots that I'm actually going to use because I can't use this optimal amount. Now, it's going to calculate some other size. It's going to calculate my contract value. So how much is it going to cost me to actually get this amount? It's going to cost me 8K. That's okay because I have 50K, my capital that I have access to. Then I have other calculations like the pip value. So I know that the pip value is 60 cents. So that's each pip is going to cost me 60 cents. Pip value in base currency. Then margin requirement. How much margin do I need for this position of 8,000? Well, I need about $160. That's cool because I have 1,000. And then the max loss per trade. How much am I actually going to lose if it goes against me? Well, guess what? I'm losing just less than $20. I ultimately want to lose $20, but since I couldn't get the exact amount here and I got a little bit less, I'm going to be losing a bit less. If I was able to get this exact amount, 0.06147, I would have lost $20. But since I can't buy this whole amount that I want and I can only buy 0.06, I'll lose just below $20, which is okay, right? So this calculates it for me. Now, you can use this for your calculations. There's a little bit of a problem. And the little bit of a problem is I'm assuming that my account balance is in US dollars. So, if you're trading somewhere else, if you're in India or if you're in another country and you're using your local currency, then you have to convert that currency to USD, or you have to make some changes to the calculations, which is a little bit hectic, and it would have taken me too much time into putting all these formulas here because, it'll just take so much time. So you can just use a calculator like this if you're not using base currency US dollars. And here, example, if I was trading in Canadian dollars, I could use this calculator, or if you're using any other currency. So if I'm trading Canadian dollars, I'll put Canadian. My account size, I'll put 1,000, which is 1,000. Risk ratio, I'll leave it at 2%. How many pips can I lose? Well, here I can use my Excel sheet, or you could have just looked at the chart and did the entry price minus the exit price, right? So here, how many pips are you willing to lose? Well, your entry price was 1.34006, exit price is 1.3357, and what you're willing to lose is 43.6, and you have it here, loss in pips, right? So here I'll put 43.6, and then your currency pair that you're trading, you put it in. So it's USD CAD in this case. And then you calculate. And you see here that the calculated amount, if I want to lose only $20 Canadian, is 0.046 lots. So how come is it different than what I have here? The 6.1, because here it's assuming my currency is Canadian. The balance that I have is Canadian dollars, not USD. Here it's assuming I have $1,000 USD. And this is why I'm telling you, if you are trading with your currency is in actual US dollars, it's cool. You can use this Excel sheet. But if you're trading in another currency, your account balance is another currency, well, then it's not going to be the same amount because you want to lose 2% of, not in US dollars, but in the currency that you have, right? In this case, if my currency was USD and I recalculate, you see where it gives me here? 0.62, which is what I have here, right? Rounded up, rounded at 6.2. So my Excel sheet is going to work if your balance that you have is in US dollars, which, I think about over 50% of my students are in the US. So you can use that Excel sheet. Otherwise, if you are keeping your currency in another currency, since I couldn't do all the combinations here and pull the exchange rate for each currency and not make it too complex, use this Excel sheet, put your account currency in, and you'll be able to do the same calculations that you get from the Excel sheet on this calculator. Now, where can you get this calculator? On the Forex resources sheet that you already have. It's right here in the other resources, my FX book. You can just click on it and it'll open, and it's your position size calculator that you can use. So you have these two options to make your life easier.